Yes, people, it's Cam, and here I am with another video. So today I am talking about how you don't need a website, and this is especially for anyone that is selling anything B2B. I know you feel like the next step is to make a website, or you might even have a website right now, but you don't need one. And as always, I'm going to jump into the computer and I'm going to show you what you do need and why you don't need a website. So here we go. So the problem with websites is they're long to make. So it takes long for you to make them, which is annoying. We want to move with speed and it takes long. Next thing is it's long to read for your prospects. Your prospects don't want to read through a full website. I don't want to read through a full website. You don't, nobody does, okay? Next thing is on websites, there's too many distractions. So there's so many distractions that it's hard to actually keep your prospects on the straight and narrow. When we make websites, we have it for one goal. So we might want people to book calls with us, for example. That's what my website is aimed to do. But when people get there, they might check out the About Us page, they might read a blog, they might watch our social media, and now they're gone. They haven't booked a call. They haven't done what we wanted them to do, okay? So instead, you should build a one-page funnel instead of building a website. But most people that actually build one-page funnels, they make them bad. So most people's one-page funnels are rubbish. And I would know because I've made just under 1 million with my own page, one-page funnels, and around 10 million over all of my clients' funnels. And if you stick around, I will show you 3 of my own funnels. And in fact, no, I'm gonna show you 2 of my own funnels. And if you shoot me a DM, I will show you the funnel that I made about 4 days ago. Literally just made it live now. Made it 4 days ago, and it's made £2,250 so far. So it's not outrageous, but it's going to continue to earn and earn and earn. So the common mistakes that people make, they have too much of an emphasis on themselves or on you. So most people, when they make funnels, they want to have themselves front and center. They want to have their logo front and center. They want themselves as a very big part of the funnel, but your prospects don't care about you. Next thing is nothing goes on before the fold. So before the fold is the most important part of any website. That is when you land on the website, what do you see straight away? Yeah, you need the right things before the fold. A lot of people have logos before the fold, which no one cares about. They might have just different things that no one cares about before the fold. Before the fold, consider that as a standalone website. That's what I try to do. I make it seem like before the fold, that first page someone gets to is something before you scroll, that is a standalone website and it should work on its own. Next thing they do is they overload with information. So they put random stuff on the landing page that they think people care about that they actually don't, which makes the one-page funnel a little bit like a website and now defeats the purpose of it. Next thing that people do is they have no clear goal or call to action. So no clear goal could mean that they just have no goal, or they have loads of different goals on the website, which now means that there is also no goal. Another thing, distractions. That's kind of similar to overloading with information, but distractions means that, like I said, we have one focus, one target. My funnels, they get people to book calls. So I don't want you to be able to click off and watch different videos. I don't want you to be able to click onto my social media. I don't want to link you to my YouTube. I don't want to link you to anywhere. I just want you to look at the funnel and book a call. And then the last thing is they don't build trust. So a lot of people, they just make bad landing pages. They have no pictures of themselves. They hide their face, which you don't need to have your face, but coupled with a bad design, it just doesn't build trust. So something I always say is if I was trying to make a scam, what would I do? Well, I would have the fake voice. I would have no pictures of me. I would have a random guy that I scripted and made a green screen. That's what I would do if I wanted to make a fake website. If you want to make a real website, you should do the opposite of that, okay? So, the perfect page funnel structure. So, they're all the problems that people make with landing pages, or one-page funnel, should I say. So, I'm going to teach you guys how to actually build the perfect one-page funnel, okay? So, first thing that you need is you need your headline. Now, your headline is your offer, and it needs to be bodacious and bold. Very, very large, right at the top of the screen. Big offer, not your logo. So like I said, do not make your logo your headline. No one cares about your business at this stage. And if people do care about your business, you're probably making so much money that there's no point you even watching this video. Next thing, like I said, do not make your logo as big as your headline. Your headline, your offer, that is at the top of the page. It's the biggest thing. It's the first thing that people see when they get to your page. That is why they're there. That is what you're offering to them, okay? So, next thing that we need. The next thing under the headline, we have our VSL or our video sales letter, okay? Now, I would argue that this is the most important part of your sales letter. So I'm actually going to make a separate video and script that for you. Same way I've gone through the one-page funnel, I'm going to make a VSL video all on its own, okay? Now, if you want that video, shoot me over a DM on Instagram. My @ is Okomi. If you want that video, shoot me over a message and I will make that video. So the quick things that I will say about the VSL is you want this to be before the fold. Again, like I said, you want your offer at the top, but you want your video. And you want everyone that lands on your page to watch it. Now, the easiest way to do that is you just have it as a focal point as soon as you land on the page. Then everyone's going to watch it. You could do things like autoplay it. You don't have to. You could make cool thumbnails. Basically, you want it to take a large amount of the real estate of the first thing that people see when they land on your page, okay? So, you have your headline, you have your video sales letter. Now, under that, you need some quick social proof. Notice how I said quick, okay? Now, the reason I say you need quick social proof is because your offer and your VSL are full of big claims. And like I said, this is all before the fold, by the way, guys. Now, you've made some big claims, so you need to quickly back up the fact that you're an expert. Now, there's small ways that you can make it seem like you're an expert. One thing is by having good design. That makes you automatically seem like an expert. Another thing is having a high quality video with good audio and good visuals. That makes it seem like you're an expert. But another thing that you should do is just under your video, you have some social proof. Now, something I said here is there's a fine line between proving you're certi or certified, whatever you want to say, and waffling too much, which is why I said quick. So where some people go absolutely bananas is they start having their case studies here. I personally wouldn't do that. What I would do is I'd maybe have logos of brands that I've worked with. I might have some stats under there, and I'll show you how you can do that with my one-page funnel at the end, okay? So next thing we need a call to action. So again, this is all before the fold. So I've got my headline, I've got my VSL, I've got a quick amount of social proof, and then my call to action. These are the only things that you need before the fold, okay? Now, your call to action is what you want your prospect to do. Do you want them to buy from you? Do you want them to book a call? Do you want them to text you? Do you want them to subscribe to your YouTube? By the way, subscribe to mine. I would love it if you subscribe to mine. But whatever it is that you want someone to do, that needs to be front and center. That's the last part of before the fold. The reason it's the last part is because people need to watch these things to get nurtured to take that action. So, the call to action. What do you want people on your landing page to do? Have no other buttons other than that on the whole page. You can only, when you get to my page, book a call or leave me alone. That's the only thing you can do. You book or you click off the video. There is no way to view anything else. There's no homepage, there's no anything. You book or you leave me alone, okay? That's the type of intensity that we want our one-page funnels to have, okay? Now, everything that you need to make your decision should be before the fold. Again, very clear. So that first page that you land on mobile as well, before the fold, everything you need to make your decision should be on the page. You have your offer, you have the VSL, you have a quick amount of social proof, bam, then you have your call to action, okay? Make the button big and before the fold, or you can embed a calendar. For me, if I want people to book calls, I might embed a calendar, okay? And make this very clear. Don't try to be too smart. If you want someone to buy now, call it buy now. Don't say enroll today and today for or buy the whatever clever way you're going to do. The best way that we found is by just using simple terms. Book your scale session today. Book your call today. Buy now. Buy today. These things are what make people convert. Don't try to be too clever here. So the first 4 things are a must in any one-page funnel. Those 4, you can get away with just having those 4 things. If you looked at a heat map of most people's funnels, if you looked at it from mine, people just look up before the fold, they watch the video, they quickly do a one-time scroll to the bottom, then they scroll up. They don't really hang around and read many other bits, but because it is a one-page funnel, you never, ever, ever really want to fall into that box of not nurturing people enough. So what I do is I give people a little bit more, but you don't have to. If you're on a quick schedule and you want to act quickly, then you only need these 4 things, but you can add an extra few things, okay? Now, those things are, under this, what I normally do is I write, and bear in mind, these can change, this is just what I like to do and what I have found works best. I like to talk about where most people are going wrong and how you are different, okay? So where most people are going wrong and how you're different. The reason that I like to do this is because most of the people that are going to land on your one-page funnel are solution aware, or they're at least problem aware. And if they aren't, then you probably shouldn't be targeting them. Now, I'm not saying no business owner should ever target people that aren't problem or solution aware, but at this stage, we're not at millions a month. We don't really want to talk to people that are unaware and introduce them to the problem, then introduce them to the solution, then introduce them to the product. There's too many sales to make. We want to find people that are already problem or solution aware, okay? Now, because of that, we want to talk about their current state. They don't like it where they are at the moment. So we want to talk about their current state and their current system. And we also want to talk about what other people are offering, because they're likely jaded. I'm in the B2B space where we help people to sign more clients, right? We help B2B businesses to sign more clients. And because of that, you guys watching this are probably B2B business owners. You have been on hundreds of different landing pages where they're pitching you that they're going to help you to close more deals, book more qualified calls, etc. Because of that, I want to talk to you about how what they have done is wrong and how what you're currently doing isn't working. Then I also want to talk to you about how what we're doing is so much different. That's what I think works well. Try it. We split tested many different things. This is always the money maker. Okay. Next thing that I touch on is the mechanism. And there's a very important reason for this. So one of the biggest reasons that people don't buy from you is because they don't believe you. Okay. Now, in terms of, again, just to be clear, just going back to this, all of these things, for me, I do one after the other. So first is headline, then sales letter, then social proof, then call to action, then where most people are going wrong, then your mechanism. And like I said, I'm going to show you our sales letter right at the, our one-page funnel right at the end. So in terms of the mechanism, again, just to cut back, one of the biggest reasons that people don't buy from you is because they don't believe you. I've said this many times. You probably have a good offer, thanks to Alex Hormozy, but everyone has a good offer now. So the difference between people that buy and people that don't buy is perceived likelihood of achievement. So people don't believe that you're going to help them to get to where they want to go to, okay? Now, one of the easiest ways to actually make people believe you is if you do a breakdown and you actually show them the bite-sized steps. So where most people go wrong is we have this huge offer, which is a huge elaborate house or a huge brick wall, right? But building a house is overwhelming. And people don't actually believe that you're going to help them get there. So what we want to do is we want to show them how we can help them to build one brick at a time, one step at a time. Same reason why in this video, I've broken down each thing one after the other. I don't just show you the whole landing page and I say, hey, here's how you make the landing page. That's overwhelming. Instead, it's each brick by brick by brick by brick, okay? Instead of showing the finished house. So the way that you can show this is through Lucid app. You could have written mechanisms or diagrams. Easy ways to show this, okay? Now I've got loads of things, okay? Now I've got all this stuff. Next thing we need is case studies. Again, like I said, increasing the perceived likelihood of achievement. The easiest way to do that, again, is showing people the mechanism, but also backing up how that mechanism has actually helped people in their exact position, get them to where they want to go to. Remember, it's all about them. It's all about your prospects getting to where they want to go to, okay? So, case studies, this is self-explanatory, but what I want you to do is I want you to add loads. I want you to add so many that a prospect won't look at them. Now, I'll tell you this, when you go on Amazon and you see a product that has 25,000 reviews, do you look through every single review or do you just go on there and think, you know what, must be good? You just think it must be good, right? The more stuff that people have, it becomes overwhelming. You're just like, yeah, this is true, right? If a product is 5 stars but it has 6 reviews, you might read every single one of them. Okay, you want there to be so much proof that it's actually overwhelming. You don't even want your prospects to really read your case studies. You want them to just see that you've got so many different people that you've helped that people don't even read it, right? They might read the first one and that's it, okay? So the way that you do this is you can have different formulas of case studies. So you can have videos of you speaking with the client, videos of the client bigging you up so that you can have a Zoom where you're talking to them. That's what I like to do a lot of. or you can have a video of just the client talking, bigging you up. You can have pictures of stats. You can have video walkthroughs of the stats. You can have screenshots of conversations. You can have cool pictures of you, maybe with the person that you said you've helped, or maybe you talking at a seminar, different kind of things that you can do, right? Add loads of case studies. If you don't have some, get some. Now, this is everything you need, I would say. But there are some optional extras. Now, I don't always add all of these extras, but here's some extras that I sometimes sprinkle in. So you could have more booking pages. This is something where I would say a weakness, if there is a weakness in my funnels, I would say one of the biggest weaknesses is that we don't have enough call to action sprinkled throughout. Next thing is who this is for. I really like to reiterate who this is for. I literally just list, are you a B2B business that gets its business through sales calls? Are you a B2B business that's looking to scale over the next 3 months? Are you a B2B business that's struggling to book calls in? That's what I like to do. Next thing is FAQs. Again, reason I have FAQs is because I don't want people that book calls to have questions to ask me. So the most common questions that I get asked, I have them on the landing page. Next thing you can do is you can have your story or brand story if you've got an interesting one. If you don't have an interesting one, I would suggest to leave it alone. And then the next thing that you can do is you can explain the 2 choices that they have. So something I always say is at the end of a landing page, people have 2 choices. They can either book a call with you or they can not book a call with you. So I like to explain the difference between if someone does book a call and if someone doesn't, right? I like to let people know that you are making a decision at the end of this landing page. The reason I say that is because most people, when faced with a decision, don't like to make decisions. So because of that, I like to let them be very aware that not making a decision is also a decision. Sounds silly. Sometimes I don't do it. Sometimes I do it. It's found to be helpful at certain times, but it's not something that I'm doing in my current funnels at the moment. So as promised, here are my landing pages. So here's the first one. This is for an info product. If you know about us, you will have probably seen this before. This has got many, many, many views. I think this VSL has about 10,000 views, got loads of views, driven loads of traffic to it, and this has made us loads of money. At one point, it was making us about 50K a month just with this particular landing page on its own, right? So as you can see, we have the offer, we have the video, then under that, we have social proof, then we have the enroll now. Now, what I would say is these logos are meaning that the enroll now button isn't before the fold. Ideally, it'd be like this. Now, the only reason that we have this is because we kind of think that people care about cut the crap. If they don't, then sorry. But we think that they might, so that's why we have it like this. But ideally, for you guys, it would be like this, right? Now we have the calendar. Now we have, look, the reasons most people don't make money. Again, exactly the same thing that we said. Then we have our mechanism, and we show, look, this is our mechanism. Who is it for? Case studies, about us, done. Other landing page, offer, VSL, call to action, quick, social proof. Under, calendar. Then where most people are going wrong. What we do is so different. Under that, our mechanism. And I have a Lucid app. I also have a written mechanism. Who this is for, testimonials, and then our story, okay? So it's the exact same thing that I said. I'm sure you guys can take these URLs for now. I made a brand new landing page, and I made that, like I said, a few days ago, already signed our first client through it, just a small consulting deal for 1 week, but nonetheless, made the funnel, excellent funnel. It's a little bit more unique, a little bit different to this, a little bit higher level, I would like to say. Still easy to make, and I made it very quickly. Took me about 4 or 5 days to make, video, VSL included. But if that is something that you want, then either comment on this or shoot me over a message in the DMs and I will send that over to you. Like I said, if you want a VSL video touching on the actual VSL and how to make it, then again, just give me a comment and I will make that video. As always, it has been Cam and I will see you in the next one. Peace.